This is Eric from Pack Hacker, and today we're taking a look at the Sea to Summit Traveling Light Garment Mesh Bags, which I've been testing for the past 2 weeks. If you find this video helpful, make sure you subscribe so we can continue making content like this to help you travel smarter. Let's dive in. So the main material that we're working with here, apart from the mesh on the front side here, is Ultrasil Cordura nylon. So this is really lightweight, but also very durable nylon. As you can see here, it's not very thick. It kind of reminds me of like 90s wind pants. So if these are rubbing against each other, you're gonna kind of get that shuffle noise. But it's not really an issue because normally when I do pack these, I pack them one on top of the other. And if it does make a little bit of noise, it really doesn't bother me. But if you're sensitive to that noise, that might be an issue for you. But as you can see, we have two different colors there. We've got this one on the bottom is kind of like, I think it's like double paned, so it's a little bit thicker. And I dig that because, I mean, while you're traveling, typically it's gonna be sitting like this, and this is gonna be getting most of the abrasions, but your backpack's not really going to be poking it too much. But when you get to your destination, if you want to set these inside of a drawer or something like that, or even if you just set them on top of a table, this bottom part is going to be getting most of the wear and tear. So that little bit of thicker material there is nice, and because you know that if it's like a rougher surface, you can purposefully, set it like that. But we do have the mesh on this side, so as you can see what's inside these packing cubes. So if you're like, oh, where is my shirt, or where did I put my shorts in this one or this one, you can see everything that's in there. Obviously, if you stack things, you won't be able to see that because it's under the clothes, but you do get a good look at everything. And also, if you put something inside here that's damp, like if you're trying to get from one destination to the next and your clothes aren't quite dry, you put something in here, it's not going to be super stinky after a few hours, and it could, in theory, dry a little bit because it has that bit of airflow. So I really do like packing cubes that have that. But if you were to have something spill inside your pack, it's going to obviously make its way through this mesh pretty easily. They're pretty big holes, but if you're well prepared, in theory, that shouldn't happen. But we have the zippers on this are unbranded. They're not from anyone that we've recognized, but no issues to report with them so far. Like they haven't gotten stuck or anything like that. I always worry about unbranded zippers on packing cubes just because you really are yanking it sometimes, but no issues to report. We've got a top handle here, so you can grab these easily outside of your pack. And we've also got these little Hypalon tabs here on each side of the end of the zipper track, so you can grab onto that to open and close the zipper, and you could also attach something through here if you wanted to attach something onto these or attach these inside of your pack. So we have 3 sizes to work with. This is the small, the medium, and then I have the large right here, which I didn't pack out just because it would take a really long time for me to actually go over this if there was stuff in it and I had to take it out. But obviously you can see this one is, let me stack these on top of here, is bigger than the small and the medium combined. I mean, maybe not actually bigger, but footprint wise, there's a little bit of extra space there. So the large is just really, really big. Like I'll hold it up to like me. It's a very big packing cube. So as far as the sizes go, the small one is good for socks, underwear, maybe like a small pair of shorts, or even if you have like a really thin pair of leggings, you could stow those inside of here. And then moving up to the medium, this is good for t-shirts. If you have a light long sleeve shirt, you can also throw that in here. I also put like joggers in here, and they fit inside here well without too much fuss. And then the large one is if you have like jeans or like maybe like bigger pants. Like I typically don't travel with travel pants. I just bring my regular pants like Levi's or something like that, and those will actually fit inside here. Normally those just kind of get shoved in my backpack, but those will fit inside this cube. But this cube is so large that at least the travel backpacks I normally use, this won't necessarily fit inside because it's so tall, or if it does, it just monopolizes all the space. So I actually dig this for other uses. Like if you like to have an extra set of clothes in your car, or like if you're going on a road trip, you could put all your clothes in here, throw them in the trunk, and then they're contained. Then you have a day pack to use for all your other stuff and your tech and stuff like that. Or if you are bringing a checked bag and you want to still have packing cubes to keep things organized, this will fit probably inside your checked bag. I guess it depends on what your checked bag is. Or even some larger travel backpacks, this will fit inside of there. But just as you can see, it really is large. I have not used a packing cube this large before, so it was something new for me, but I did dig it for a few unique situations. But for the most part, I typically stick to packing cubes like this size, the small and the medium here. So something that I dig about these packing cubes is this material on the sides and the material on the bottom is pretty malleable, I guess would be the word I'd use. So if you have less gear inside of these packing cubes, doesn't have a lot of structure, so it's just going to kind of conform to whatever you put in there, and you don't have a bunch of extra material getting in your way and taking up space. So another awesome thing about these packing cubes is they open up like around 3 of the 4 sides, so 3/4 of the sides of the rectangle, and they go almost all the way to the end here, so you can really get a good flip there, and you can, I'll get this out of the way, really get into the nitty-gritty of how you want to pack your stuff. And also, if it were to only open like from here, you'd have to like reach your hand down and grab something, and you could like disrupt everything on the way, and you don't want to do that, obviously. So you can open it up like this, really grab what you need without messing everything else up, and like shift it down if you need to once you take something out, flip it back over, and then grab onto that hypalon there and just close it up. So overall, very happy with these. They're very lightweight. These don't really do anything revolutionary, but they work well, and I dig that the whole front face here is mesh so you can see everything that's inside. And just overall, the biggest thing for me is that these are so lightweight. So when you're not using them, as you can see with the large, you can really fold them. Like this is a huge packing cube, but I can fold it down pretty small just because those materials are so lightweight. And all the bulk that I am getting from here is just from the zippers, not necessarily the materials, because there is just so much zipper track on this large cube. So you can, like, if you are going somewhere and you don't necessarily need a packing cube on your way there, but you think you might buy some clothes, or you think you might want to organize mid-trip, or if you have 2 packing cubes and you want to bring an extra one because you might buy some clothes or you might need some extra space, you can really fold these down small. There's no way to really compress them, but you could use a Velcro brand cable tie or a zip tie or something like that to secure it down and slide it inside your pack. So lightweight is really the biggest thing I dug about these cubes, as you can see really quickly to open it up again. So there you have it, the Sea to Summit Traveling Light Garment Mesh Bag. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next one.